This is God's Quality Control, Series 15, Chapter 8. Jesus loves rich people. The effort he expends telling stories about righteous rich people vastly overshadows his meager handful of idiotic passing references to the poor. In all of his stories, there's only one beggar. His sayings include a handful of blue-collar types with homes to live in, food to spare, and easy access to officials in the local law courts. The rest of his characters, they own livestock, fishing boats, gardens, farms, vineyards. They're bankers and merchants, aristocrats and royalty. Some are just rich, but most Jesus describes in lavish detail. They throw big parties and invite rich friends. They travel great distances to attend their friends' parties. Some develop their lands and use them for commercial purposes. Some just have treasures, while others have cold, hard cash. Many of his characters are wealthy enough to afford servants. Jesus has a few of these servants being beaten, some severely. These aren't employees, they're property. We saw him botch his chance to comment on poverty. Now we see him botch another big chance, telling stories about slaves without addressing slavery, without even noticing it. Jesus turns positively baroque, spinning yarns about vineyards and wineries. In one story, a winery is thriving so well that the owner desperately visits the marketplace 5 times in one day to get enough laborers to work his land. There's so much work to be done that he's willing to hire people at the very end of the day. He is so wealthy, he can pay even these a full day's wages after they've worked only 1 hour. And that's where the story turns rather dark. You see, it's the rich man's plan from the beginning to pay all the workers a full day's wage, no matter how many hours they worked, although he has promised that he'll pay them what is right. You can see what's coming. Many of the workers will feel downright cheated when they find out at the end of the day. The rich man knows they'll be upset. Indeed, he shoves it in their faces by instructing his paymaster to pay them in reverse order, so those who worked all day get a good look at all the latecomers getting paid a full day's wages. Does Jesus defend the workers? No. Jesus is not even aware of the human element of fair play going on in the story he's telling. He misunderstands the workers, misrepresenting them as envious and insulted. That's not it at all. They're angry because the rich man did something weird and mean, something that any human on the receiving end would find disturbing. All of that goes right over the head of Jesus. He explains that the rich man is blameless because he's the one with the money. And when you thought it couldn't get any worse, Jesus drops the hammer. The right of the rich man to behave this way is the point of the story. Among his sayings that have both rich and poor people in them, only once is the poor person the protagonist. The rest of the time, Jesus has righteous rich people visiting the severe and even deadly wrath of God upon wicked poor people. I have never read subtext so loud. In my next video, Jesus scoffs at the rule of law. Thanks for watching.